just to make sure. Got plenty of music tonight. Just trying to figure out this lighting, folks. Minutes in and there's still no alert. Alright. That kind of sucks. Start the fire. Always turn we didn't start the fire. Let me make sure that so that's running. Just want to make sure everything's up and going. Yep, that's streaming. That's streaming. Yep, that's on stream. Cool. Tiltify's up. Okay. Just hit that Tiltify campaign. Oh, why is that washed out? Oh, because it is. It's a problem with lighting. There we go. Let's see. go. Okay. I'm going to go here. That's that. This is this. We are going to need that, so we'll just rotate a little bit. Behold the field of all my models that I am still working on. Man. It's a bit of a slog. Well, I mean, I'm going to... First, let me clean off my glasses real quick. I've got so much of my pile of shame. There we go. There's that. There's this. Okay. That really did turn out well. This particular guardsman model. That really did turn out really well. That's the old Lost Gun on the new guardsman kit. If it will actually focus. But that turned out pretty damn well, if I do say so myself. It's not too bad. Alright. Anyway. Where was I? Ah, yes. We're going to be painting heads today. So, with that being said, if we're going to be painting heads, we should be using flesh colors. So, let's get to it. We have a... Let's get in flesh tone. We're going to need that. We're going to need elf flesh for this one. We're going to need Night Quester. I think that's Catachan. Yep, we're going to need Catachan. And there was one more that I was using. At least I think there was. Alright, so your command, so we're going to need you next. Yep, so there's you. Actually, you're Quester. So let's do you. Your flesh tone. Catachan. Flesh. I thought I had one more. Oh, now the alert wants to pop up. Huh. Go figure. That's right, I need to touch up on your fingers. Your flesh tone. Oh man, just trying to make sure that everything's good to go and squared away. I will need the beret, the yellow, we'll need that for the just for touch-up, and then of course Chaos Black, which is right here. Okay. Perfect. Excellent. Everything else can get kind of put to the wayside for right now. I will need like a metal for the gas mask, or maybe I could get away with it being a different. Maybe I can get away with it being black. We don't know just yet. Oh, he'll need a touch up. He'll need a touch up. He's fine. Oh, he's command though. One, two, three. Oh, you're separate. That's what I say. That's why my count was off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. Cool. And actually, if I really want to be accurate, 18. Okay, those need heads. Alright, okay. So, let's get into it. Alright, cool. So 369, 369, cool. 18. So those guys will have their heads. All right. So actually, we'll do you. Even it out a little bit. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, okay, all right, that makes some sense. All right, so let's do the flesh tone real quick. Let's do the actual Acadian colors real quick, and let's see if we can't sneak the camera a little bit closer to see if you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Let's try and sneak that camera right there. There we go. And then we're gonna tilt this camera down. And then yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Okay. That's what we're looking at. Some of these venerable ladies. All right, cool. All right. My desk is a mess, and I really do need to organize it, but right now we're just going to be focusing on painting these guys, these wonderful blokes, right here. So first we will do. I gotta. Yeah, let's see. Oh. Damn it, not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so it was like a bright yellow. Yeah, so it was like a bright yellow. Alright. We'll put you right there for right now. Alright. Alright. Oh. Okay. Alright. Let's do that bright yellow. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it was on this Monday morning, and the day becoming fine. A high-race excursion, and the boys have a time. Saw some fella hold me wife aboard the Volunteer. Oh me, oh my, I heard the always cry. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, I heard the always say. Alright. my, I heard the overcry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard they always say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. We're just gently adding the yellow to the beret. And basically what it's doing is it's mimicking the flash of the security forces beret. Go. Okay. And then we just do a little touch up. Just around the beret. Just so that any overspill is taken care of. Oh. That's why we use a small brush. go. And okay, good. All right, cool. Just son of a bitch. He's trying to do a gentle touch-up. All right, cool. That's pretty yellow. Yeah, that'll work. All right, cool. So those berets are down. Now we just need to do the yellow on the other berets, and then the skin tones. I think what I'm going to do is go based off of well, the plasma gun definitely is going to get a mask. Although the Voxcaster should probably get masked up too. Shucks. Let me think. trying to think. Yeah, Voxcasters should get the masks. All right. Okay. That's what they should do. Wait real quick, get some water. That's what I'm working on right now. Oh, damn, I was using Cadian Flesh Tone. Son of a gun. Ah, shucks. Yeah. Alright, that's okay. Hello?
Hello, Hecht.
Hey! I thought you might
Uh,
have been off for the day. Like, you were done
no,
done.
no, it's been a very long day though.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, but I'd kick it with you for a little while if
Yeah.
you want to do something.
Well, so I'm in the middle of painting.
Ooh,
Uh,
let's have a look.
yeah. Yeah, I've been,
You on kick as well now?
Yes, I am. So at this point, I am doing the throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Uh, so
Was it any good?
I'm doing
That's all I heard.
uh, it's Twitch Lite is
Oop.
what I'm getting at. So that's what I'm doing heads right now. Ah, that son of a bitch.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, no, sorry. Oh yeah. All I heard was it's. So
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
all.
It's Twitch Lite. That's what it is.
Right.
Um, like has similar features to Twitch. Um,
Bloody time they had a competitive platform to compete against. So good on them for taking up the mantle.
I mean, the biggest issue I have is that like any sort of real competition, right?
Mm.
When it comes to Twitch or YouTube, like YouTube has the stranglehold. Um, when it comes to their when it comes to like a platform, like if you make it big on YouTube, um, you're
Yeah,
basically set. The only
the
thing is
trouble.
you know
Yeah,
what?
go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, the trouble with YouTube is it, and they're a good platform, but the trouble with YouTube is you've got to be a very good playback artist in order to make it big on YouTube.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah.
Um, uh, like there's this new Warhammer channel that I'm like that I like. It's Islander and Coda, and
Okay.
they
I think I've
basically
heard of them.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're in the same vein as Westhammer, but it's just these two guys kind of explaining 40K, but in the more meme, like the more like the more memetic sense of the of 40K lore.
Uh,
Like this is where you've heard this meme before if you're in 40K or if you're new to 40K. You know,
right.
that kind of stuff. And they're somewhat
It's funny.
reductive, but like at the same time, people like their vibe. And I think
It sounds like they're the type of 40K light type of people that you would like if you're kind of just getting into it.
yeah, well, not just getting into it, but I think it's because like when you talk about 40K, right? Your big
Mm.
your big names are
Luton, uh, Oculus Terra.
Hmm.
Um, well, actually, hold on before I butcher everybody that I follow. Let me just.
let's say it's going to happen, folks. Let's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too worry too
Well,
much.
I don't want to cause any undue
Oh,
drama.
no, I don't think you will, mate. But it's
So,
we are who we are.
yeah. So, you have Wes Hammer, who
Mhm.
is in the similar vein of Islander and Coda, but
Yeah,
um, they're Wes Hammer has more production when it comes to it, right? They're the like he does a lot of like they all do research, but he like quotes from the source material. Um,
right.
Oculus Imperia does 40k lore, but he is doing it as the scribe as a Adeptus Terra scribe. There's a bit of a story behind it. So like some of the stuff that
Yeah, it's some role play involved.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
little bit of role play involved, and there's also like a little nod and wink of like, oh,
Mhm.
you I don't know what's going on, wink to the camera kind of a deal.
Mhm.
Um uh
There's
uh
something to be said for that, though. Yeah.
Baltimore's similar. Luton is similar. So but Islander and Coda, they definitely fill a niche of like, they're younger. They're two younger gentlemen.
Mhm.
And they reach a better, like they communicate better with their age demographic, which is, I'm not hating on me being a bit of an old fogey myself. So, uh, but yeah, I like so the thing about YouTube is that it's once you made it, and you're
Mhm.
big. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
the other thing about, but the thing that makes Twitch so seductive,
Well,
uh,
Twitch is highly interactive. That's the thing.
Twitch is highly interactive.
Yeah.
But it's also the bar is the bar is easier to get in, but it's harder to monetize. Like I've been an affiliate and for since
Mm.
2016. I have not made it
Yeah.
near close to partner. Um,
No, that's a full-on commit to get to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and
Like you almost got to consider it a profession to get to. Like I know a guy in Canada who only recently made it to partner after 3.5 years as an affiliate doing it full time.
yeah, and I'm not even
Mm.
like and
It cost the poor guy his marriage. That's how bad it was.
oh Jesus.
But his new partner is
Oof.
actually absolutely really cool. Like it was tough for him. Like that was the way it was.
Yeah.
But it's just, so how far do you? It's not a matter of how far do you go with that particular choice in your career. It was just like
you
how
are
far do you want to?
you are
How
literally
far do you?
yeah.
Go on,
No. I
go
was
on.
saying you're literally putting you're literally putting every single egg in this proverbial basket and
Yeah, 100%.
in
Yeah, that's exactly right.
in
Yeah,
in the
you're
hopes.
banking. You're playing whatever that show was when you had to say bank and you're saying bank every
Yeah.
single turn that you come up along to try and do it.
Yeah.
And respect to the guys that do it and actually have the time to do it and can absolutely like smash it. But like for the most of us that have families and so it's not a feasible thing. I mean, I know you've got a young family yourself, so I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but it's I'm I'm trying to do this active duty thing, and props to the guys that are active
Yeah.
duty. That
But also on top of that, Heck, you're also doing this not for yourself, but you're doing it for charity, and that's really admirable.
Yeah,
So,
well, I mean, I'm not raising a whole lot of money. I kind of wish I was. I mean, like if there was part of my jealousy about a lot of Twitch streamers is that they seem to hit their market in some way, shape, or form, and I'm just like, fucking how, like I get it, I get it. They they to use a roulette term, they bet on black and put all their chips in, and it just happened to work out for them.
yeah, to
Um,
some degree, yeah, to
uh,
some degree.
but at the same time, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, you know. um,
Yeah. It's not something I would want to do for a 9 to 5 job. Let me put it that way, because the whole idea is that I'm going to be healthy, fit, and entertaining for 9 to 10 hours a day. And geez, man, I could barely tolerate that by, you know, hour number 7 at my own job. I mean, like, I love my job,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, by the time you get, and I dare say because you've admitted to your own audience and to myself how much you love working in military security. Um, but by the time you get to 9, 10 hours of active duty, it's exhausting. It really is.
oh, you have no idea.
Exactly.
Oh
So
my God. Like I don't mean that in a pedantic like, oh my sweet summer child. No, I mean like,
yeah.
unless you are in the military,
Mm,
and again, I'm not saying this as like a, pedantic or platitude or, oh woe is me, but unless you're in the military,
yeah.
and I'll even say this, not every military career is I mean, there is a shared, gestalt,
Mm,
group think
yeah.
experience, but there's also like unique experiences as well. Um, like a
Which is what you
guy,
do it for, isn't it? Yeah.
well, a guy or gal that joins the Air Force as a comm troop will
Mm,
never. They might have a peek
yeah.
into like what security forces does here and there, but they'll never know what it's like to like stand at a gate for 12 plus hours. Maybe you have an alpha, maybe you have like three people that you can rotate the shift with, um,
Hmm.
and maybe the gates. I mean, most Air Force bases now have overhangs and are somewhat weathered. Built for like, if the weather is absolute shit, you can go into the gate shack. Um,
Mm,
but like they will never experience that. They will have like maybe a window in every once in a while, but then
yeah.
that's it.
But
Whereas,
at the end of the day, like every job has its grind, doesn't it? So
oh yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
uh, you could be in the military, and you could have like some pretty good days, but when those bad days happen,
yeah,
oh my god, oh my god,
yeah. No,
it's
look, we see it in every job, in every private industry, any government job. It happens everywhere, 100%. Um, thing is, I wouldn't want to do that in front of a camera. That's what I'm
oh
saying.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And that's what I'm getting at. Like I could not do streaming as a full-time job. That takes, oh my God, I don't know how people do that. Like I was struggling to do it for 3 hours a night for 2 days a week. I couldn't
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Like that's why I've given it away. Like I'm ashamed to say it, but look, well, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm actually proud to say it. I'm proud to say that I gave it a really good shot, right?
No,
But
no, and,
ultimately,
and and anyone that poo poos you, it's like they're off their rocker,
yeah,
and you're just
yeah.
like,
I mean,
eh.
yeah. But and anyone that says that they, oh God, like I get people coming into my office and they go, oh God, like this isn't people I work with, but like representatives from other businesses going, oh god, this whole working thing. I'm like, well, if you don't like your job, go find another job.
Yeah.
Go find something you really like doing. Because I actually really like my job. Like, yes, it has days where things get rough, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I actually like my job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, find a job that you love, or at least something that you like. Something that you get a challenge from and get a buzz from. That's
Or
what
at
you
least that
want.
you can tolerate. If you like,
Well,
like
that's right.
I've always said,
Hmm.
the day I wake up and I look at the uniform and I go, why am I still doing this? Is the day that I put in my papers.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's understandable.
you know,
Yeah.
um,
But you're still enjoying it, and that's what I really appreciate.
yeah.
So yeah, no, kudos to you, mate, and
But yeah,
we're all doing the best we can. So
there are some days where I'm just like, where I'll see like a brand new streamer come up, and I'm like, oh, that guy or gal's doing some good content, and then like, I don't know, a week goes by or 2 weeks goes by, and some of it's hyperbole, and then like they're on the suggested
yeah,
page and they're hitting 1,000 views at every stream, and I'm just like, motherfucker, why? you
yeah,
know? Uh,
too much time on their hands, probably. I don't know.
honestly, I don't think it is. I think that there is a silver bullet that they not
Well,
necessarily a
I
silver
mean,
bullet. I think there's definitely a struggle that they have to go through.
like I think there is a thing going on with certain games, like if they take on a particular niche.
Yeah.
There, like you got partner programs, particular like there's, for instance, two that I know of. There's one for Elite Dangerous, so there's a partner program for that, and then there's obviously one for games like what do I call it, Sea of Thieves and things like that. So there's partner programs for those which run through the developer companies, which kind of refer things around a little bit. So be part of it. I don't know. I'm only sort of wildly guessing here, but
Yeah.
I don't. I know it's kind of it's a tricky thing, isn't it? Um, like I know a lot of my local streamers have actually outright rejected Frontier Developments for their partner program. They still love the game of Elite Dangerous, but
Yeah.
they've outright rejected the partner program because it's like, oh, we've got to sanitize things. And I'll tell you what, right? And I can say this because we're on Twitch, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the partner program for Frontier in Elite Dangerous has absolutely sanitized the content of the streamers that are actually making, right?
I mean, that's not
Because,
surprising. I mean,
well, yeah, but the problem being is I actually found these streamers interesting before they signed up for what was initially this partner program, and now the partner program's in place, and they've kind of gone down the road of, oh, you got to do this, that, and the other, and your content's going to be like this, and I'm bored. I don't want to watch this stuff anymore because it's not interesting anymore.
yeah. But that's kind of the risk you run when you sign on with a big program with a big company.
Mm.
Um.
Yeah,
Uh.
I mean Frontier in terms of worded is not huge compared to some developers. I mean, I love their stuff, but it's
Yeah. Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the the way they're marketing themselves is not benefiting them in terms of streaming content, and that's typically the reason I'm not watching a lot of stuff on Twitch anymore. It's just and a lot of Aussie streamers who have applied for this stuff. Um, like I'm friends with a few of them, and I was one of them that applied for this, and they were just like, well, like I know Siphon Decks, I know
Yeah. Yeah.
Zorba Dundee, I know Cree. Um, the thing is, like, we're all very free spirited people. That's the way Aussies typically are, and we work hard, play hard. That's our kind of culture, and the way that comes across is very It can be very blasé. It can be very, it can include a lot of profanity. It can include a lot of sexual innuendo, things like that.
I
And
mean,
we don't mean it. It's just the
yeah.
way our culture is. But they seem to reject that um, as something that their company doesn't stand for, and like we're just like, really, you're just knocking out a whole part of your market. So
Yeah, well, so to me, I think a good example is,
hmm,
you know, uh, at one point, I was really, really, really trying to court Games Workshop,
okay.
like
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm
really,
familiar with them.
like
Yeah, yeah.
really trying to court Games Workshop to like
Mm,
potentially sponsor my videos.
okay. Yeah.
And at one point, and part of it was I screwed up. I screwed up when I released the video because the guy that I was speaking to, part of me was believing the hype that was being told about this guy that I was having a conversation with. So I had made assertions about this particular individual that weren't true.
Games
And
Workshop is the production of what? Sorry.
of Warhammer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Games Workshop is the parent company. Um,
What, of the models or the software?
of the entire thing, the entire
Oh, okay.
IP.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I
Um,
didn't know that. All right.
so
Cool. Yep. I'm with you.
so Games Workshop. Well, yeah, I'll just tell a story. So I
Go on.
went down to Grapevine, Texas, to the grand opening of the Warhammer Cafe there,
Okay.
and there was an individual. I'm not going to name his name because I respect him and I respect his privacy, and
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't want to deal with that kind of drama.
No, it's not
That
worth it.
that I that I thought, because someone had told me who was working on the staff, and I think the staff member was just saying it not as like, not intentional. You know what I mean? Like I think in the staff guy's mind, he's like, oh no, he's the guy. He's the guy that's the end all be all. And
Mm,
I think that was true. Like for that
okay.
particular staffer, that was true. That guy was literally the end all be all. So I took it at
Right.
face value.
Okay.
And and the truth was he wasn't. He was certainly high up on the food chain, but he wasn't like the guy. Um
He wasn't the one who made the final decision.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Right.
And he and I had conversations and whatnot, and then I released the video, and and I was like, hey, yeah, and we were talking about these and tossing around these ideas, which were really cool. And I didn't go into specifics. At least I don't remember that I did. Um, but then, I called him back like, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks. I hadn't heard from him in about a week, or in about 5 or 6 weeks, and I was like, oh no, oh, I think I screwed this up. So I called him back and I was like, hey, did you ever see my video? Did you like it? And what was funny is that like when I went back to Grapevine a few weeks later, like the staff loved the video. Particularly because back then I was still in Oklahoma, so you saw all my X wings and Y wings and B wings and all that stuff hanging off in my room, and then you had I think I had an Imperial flag behind me. Um, uh, so there was that, right? So the
Yeah.
room was definitely like the nerd room, right?
The geek room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the geek room. And the guy was like, "Yeah, you kind of said some things that weren't exactly true. And while we were talking about concepts, that's just all they were. They weren't concepts, and people didn't like the fact that, you know, even though I wasn't." Uh, Even though I wasn't I wasn't saying, "Oh, I've got this exclusive." It was kind of said without being said, that unwritten, "Oh, I've got an in." And this is right after Warhammer TV just kind of came about. So they were just like, you know, the words he used, and which kind of, you know, I've taken to heart, was this was a learning experience for us, but we're not going to go with you. And I was just like, oh, damn it. Um, but in the end, and look, you know, Games Workshop is a company, so like as much as it hurt me to be like, damn, I really did blow my shot. Um, in the end, I really think me flubbing was probably better in the long run. Because I couldn't talk about D&D. I couldn't talk about any other games that I'd been playing, right? Even though I do love Warhammer, you know, I couldn't fly Star Wars Squadrons with you guys with this particular channel. Um,
Yeah, gotcha.
so like, so
So there were a lot of sacrifices you have had to make in order to take on that IP and
Potentially,
property.
like I don't know. I wouldn't. I have no idea what the sacrifices were. I just knew that they were coming, and part of that was probably like, hey, you can't play other games.
Well, I wouldn't imagine a lot of channels would be under that kind of terms, but there would be a significant commitment to
Yeah,
producing a number of hours under that
yeah,
IP. I mean, so I think that's the way it is with ED, is that you have to do like, I don't know, 15 hours a week or something, and the rest has got to be devoted to whatever you want.
yeah,
It's like, to me, if you're going to do 15 hours a week for one thing, that's like 2 days a week. If you
yeah,
if you're doing it full time, you know,
yeah.
that's not insignificant.
Oh
And
no, 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 no.
if you're running your channel as a business to run and interact with an audience, or however you want to do it, whatever, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a massive commitment. You know,
Oh
15
yeah.
hours a week's not
It's
small.
it's nothing to sneeze at. You know.
Mm.
I mean, you could theoretically do a 15-hour day, but
Okay.
your brain would be burnt after that. You wouldn't there wouldn't be. And then there's always the argument of, well, is it quality content at that point?
Mm.
Um, you know. Uh, Now me, I'm kind of like, I stream when I can. So if I have 15 hours to burn and I know I don't have to do anything for those 15 hours, I definitely have debated being like, do I just fucking send it and see what happens? I think the most I've streamed was about 8 hours, and then I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I think I've done mostly 4, maybe 5. Most of that's usually during tournaments and stuff like that when I'm asked to cast and stuff like that. And even then, by the end of it, I'm going to use an expletive here. I'm fucking knackered by the
Oh
end of it.
yeah, no, 100%. You're scunnered. Like
Yeah.
there's no, like, you're just, don't talk to me. My brain is mush. Like I like.
It's like I'm not even reading the chat anymore. Fuck it,
Yeah,
I'm out of here. I'm done.
yeah,
Bye, guys. Yeah, I'm rating this guy. I don't care if you like him. Bye.
yeah. It's just
You know.
see ya. Uh,
Uh,
no, no, no. Like sportscat. Like I couldn't imagine sport. Like I have
oh, I
enjoyed.
loved doing sportscasting when I was doing it. But it's just, it is so full on. Like
Like I was sportscasting. There's a guy in the Discord, Darklight. Um,
hmm
Aussie like yourself. He runs, or he, I don't know if he still runs, but he used to run Ozhammer. Um, and uh, me and him were kind of wrangled into a Warhammer tournament during COVID, and the person that was like the events coordinator and like the guy that was in charge of everything basically up sticks and left. Like he was just like, all right, cool. I built this program. This is how it's gonna run. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Me and Ozhammer can narrate some games and whatnot, and we can do some commentary. And then it turned out we got radio silence. Like he disappeared. This person disappeared off the fucking map.
Wow.
Um, when the tournament came closer to the end of the tournament, and like there was no fanfare, there was no like what's it called? There was no like heads up like, hey, I'm experiencing X, Y, and Z problems. I can no longer be the events coordinator. But what was really kind of shitty about the whole thing was is that there was a money prize at the end of it, and
Mm.
me and Darklight were just kind of sitting looking at him, looking at both of us, proverbially through Discord. We're like, what are we gonna fucking do? This guy's not answering. Like we've tried messaging him several times. Several like top finalists tried messaging him or her, and no one replied ever.
Yeah,
And
right.
and we were just like, well, we're fucked. Like this isn't good. So we ended up becoming the president, vice president of the tournament, and then me and him kind of scraped together some bucks uh, to throw at the second and third, first, second, and third place winner.
Well, that was very gracious of you.
Like at that point, we
Uh,
had
well, at that point, like everyone in the competition would have had every right to just up and leave. Let's be
well, not
fair.
not just up and leave. Well, so here's the thing: we didn't know until like the quarterfinals.
Oh,
And
jeez, that's fair way along. Bloody
yeah,
hell.
yeah. We it was the quarterfinals when this guy or gal decided to fucking ghost. And like by the time the quarterfinals were done and we were into the semifinals and then the finals, we're like messaging this person and we're just like, "Yo, where the fuck are you, my guy? People are asking for their money." Uh
Mm.
and then there was nothing. So, me and Darklight had to sit down and had a hard think, and we are just like, okay, what do we do? What do we tell these people? Because the biggest issue is that we felt very much manipulated, but at the same time we were like,
Yeah.
God, we made content off of these games, and
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah.
and like there was definitely like a shared guilt, even though we had through no fault of it, we did not know that this person was just gonna in the wind, just up sticks and leave.
Hmm.
And we were just like, oh no, because we had filmed these battle reports, we live streamed these battle reports, um,
Mm.
and I'm just like, I don't know what we're gonna, because we were also judges too.
Mm.
So like we're doing the sports casting, we're adjudicating matches, like this is in the middle of COVID, so we're just like, oh my god, what do we like to told
Yeah,
Darklight, I was like,
it's in the situation where like any kind of attempt to take advantage would be seen as a negative thing. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and and this is on tabletop simulator, so like the
Yeah.
game in and of itself, like Warhammer Tabletop Simulator, the game in and of itself was kind of janky to begin with. So we're asking players to really like dedicate some time. And if you've never played a Warhammer game, even on tabletop, right? Not Tabletop Simulator, just regular tabletop, it can take anywhere between 4 to 6 hours to play a game. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, uh, some really good players can get it down to like 2 hours, but
That's
realistically,
that's being really efficient. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
100% that's being really efficient. That's like you're not even paying attention to your opponent. You're thinking about the the next move after this turn. Like you're
Yeah,
thinking about
and then
not the turn coming up, but the
yeah,
third turn and the fourth turn. Um,
yeah, and then you're playing it almost immediately as your turn rolls up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So like like there are some really efficient players, and I admire them. I'm just like, God, your brain's a fucking supercomputer. Like, um, but at the same time, you know, so tabletop simulator is even. It surprisingly took the same amount of time, 4 to 6 hours, but it was still a fucking slog because
Oh yeah.
occasionally the program would disconnect a player and then they would reappear and then their models were scattered all over the board, or you'd pick up some dice and you'd throw it but the dice wouldn't populate the score, and you're just like, oh god. So there was more technical difficulties involved with
Mm,
tabletop simulator.
okay.
So you know, me and Darklight were just like, we were kind of put into a no-win situation, quite literally. And so we're just like, well, I guess we're gonna just have to fucking roll with this punch and figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, it's almost like you would have found that you would have had to take a screenshot after every turn or something. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, well,
something.
that's what ended up happening is that I had screenshots of like every turn at the end. So like every phase, I take a screenshot. So like the movement phase, I take a screenshot. The shooting phase, I take a screenshot. Like big rolls, whatever they were, I take a screenshot of the result, or at least try to basically be like, nope, that was a six. That tank is destroyed, or whatever the case is. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was definitely an experience and something I would gladly do again, but not as but just kind of not in the way of like the way that
You,
it.
you don't want to have to be suffrage to that particular circumstance again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Like if
oh,
it was run totally honestly and the organizer didn't disappear for whatever reason, um,
like, and I get it. I
yeah,
I 100% get it.
yeah.
Like if someone gets
Yeah,
up and
like,
leaves,
yeah, but why is it the tournament organizer? That's just not acceptable.
I mean,
I mean, this is why I never ran tournaments that had money attached to them. Like, I ran tournaments for a niche group like Star Wars Squadrons, and they appreciated that. But now I've handed that tournament over to someone else now. So,
yeah.
um,
But to me, I think, and this is kind of where I come in, is like, okay, a tournament organizer, like the tournament organizer, just up sticks and disappeared.
mm,
Um, okay, that sucks. Um, I'm trying to like think of the human behind that person. Maybe something awful happened and they just couldn't do it, or they because it was COVID at the time, they just they couldn't, like they realized they couldn't foot the bill, and whatnot, and they felt embarrassed or ashamed or whatever, so they were just like, well, if I don't fucking answer my mail, you know, the problem will solve itself.
mm,
Uh, and you
yeah,
you could
it's
say
not a
that's
great reason though, is it?
you could you well, I mean, like I said, you could say that's bad form, and I'm not gonna not argue.
Well, I would say that that's bad form, to be honest with you. Fact,
Yeah,
it is what it is. But if someone, all right, let's presume the worst case scenario that they got COVID and they died from it. I mean, they would have had an ample opportunity to say, sorry, I can't continue this because I'm unwell. I got COVID.
right,
And
yeah, yeah,
then you can kind of go, right, well, all right, well, they disappeared after a day, and maybe the worst happened. And then, just a bit of open communication. That's all it needed to be.
Ah,
Um, uh,
and
it's it's a tournament, not a classified military operation.
you're
Let's be
not. No, no,
honest.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is that you're not wrong. I
Yeah,
also think that some people um, get
there are
embarrassed.
nefarious people out there. I mean, there's nothing, there's no, there's no getting around that. I just think, like, I just never encountered that myself,
Oh,
honestly.
it
So,
was definitely an experience. I'll tell you. I was just like, oh
all right, fair enough.
no, what do we do?
Like, let me
Ah.
put it this way: until recently, we had never encountered an instance of outright cheating in the Star Wars Squadrons community. It took 3 years for it to happen, but look, people have been banned for tournaments for misconduct and things like that. But like, we'd never had anyone banned for outright cheating, and we actually found someone who was using um, macros that they weren't supposed to be using, which is cheating in the Star Wars community for Squadron.
Oh,
So
like there's
yeah,
actually banned macros.
yeah, no, like you can't use macros in the game because of the way the key bindings work in tournament situations. So um, what actually happened is the player was banned, and then they I don't know who the player was, but there was a ban in place on this player, and then um, one team actually falsified their team registration to say it was someone else. So they falsified the team registration, and it was actually this player that was banned that was playing for them.
Oh, trying to inflate their win.
Yeah.
Their.
So they lost all their points for that round, and the team captain received a suspension for doing that.
I mean,
And the
I mean,
team broke up. That was pretty. I don't know how it was found out, but I know it got found out. So uh, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I don't tolerate cheating.
No, no, absolutely not. It was pretty piss poor form. So um, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was definitely an experience. Something I think I would probably do an sports casting or something to that extent, or games casting. Uh,
Hmm.
Probably a game that I know is fairly like foolproof. If someone asked me to be a sportscaster, I would, but like I said, it would have to be a game I'm knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
Definitely could do squadrons.
Yeah.
Um,
Squadrons is fun to cast. Actually, I've done I did the Cadet Cup when they did the 3v3 cup rounds.
yeah, yeah.
Jeez, I was up at 2 a.m. to start casting for that. That was fun. Um, but it was great. I actually got most of the followers on my old channel for that, and I think I did the cup after that as well. Because the fun thing was we had about 10 to 12 casters for that whole tournament, and each of them covered half a division.
Yeah,
So
so
you,
you can kind of rotate, especially when the divisions got
mm,
small and you got to semi, quarter, semi, and all that stuff. It was just
yeah,
me and Darklight, so we were covering a
yeah.
lot of games.
Oh, I'm sure. And when you're having to referee those games as well, that makes it interesting. So,
My
oh
wife
well.
did not enjoy me, and she was just like, "Why did you do this?" And I was like, "I just wanted to help, and it sounds like a good idea, and it's not like we're doing anything anyway." you
Yeah.
know.
Like
Uh,
I didn't have to officiate anything in the tournaments. I was like, because pretty much anything that would have happened was recorded by the casters, and then it went straight to the administrators. So, and they were monitoring everything. I kid you not, they were monitoring everything. So if anything went wrong, um, they were onto it pretty damn quick. They were just like, "What's the review here? Oh yeah, that right. You're banned, uh, suspended, and this team goes through." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the way it is, guys." We covered everything. It was great. but the community was really strong at the time. So
Yeah. My
um,
thing is that how do you have illegal macros? Like,
no, they don't allow macros at all in Star Wars Squadrons.
so it has to be keyboard. It can't be bound to my joystick.
Yeah, it could be bound to your joystick. So remapping is fine.
Okay.
Remapping's fine, but what they don't want to see is like multiple commands mapped to one key. So like in the pro tournaments, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you know how you got power management and you
Yes.
can do advanced power management.
Yes.
So what they don't want to see is like um if you've mapped say 3 sets of um key bindings to your joystick for combinations for um boost gasping, for instance. That's a technique they use
Okay,
for that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's not on. So, or if you've got boost gasp rhythm attached to a set of like one key or something, that's not on either. Um,
Gotcha, gotcha.
yeah. It's because of the way the movement techniques work and the effort that people have put in to actually learn muscle memory in order to
Yeah, yeah,
carry
yeah,
them
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that
yeah.
makes a hell of a lot more sense. Because I was like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, how do I do, how do I do it without key binding? Yeah,
No, key. No, I can't do it without key. So key binding remapping is fine because it's one button to one button.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
perfectly fine. If it's something like, if I push one button and then it's like, right, weapons, engines, that's not on
yeah.
because
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
sorry.
Because I've got no doubt the person in question went, all right, well, I'm going to boost now, so I'll just map one key to go weapons, engines, boost drift.
Yeah.
And then until I release the key, it'll be drift. Which
Oh
basically
yeah.
means I can map it to 2 keys. That's 5 keys in one key.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Because you got to go weapons, engines, boost, drift, and hold. And then wait until release, which is another command again. So that's pretty full on.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
I can't drift to save my ass. So I if I could figure that out,
yeah,
yeah,
it takes a lot of muscle memory to learn it, and then well, it doesn't really, but it's it takes practice just to get it down pat for competitional purposes, right? So you get, you could drill it for a week and you'd be proficient at it, but you got to drill it. That's the point.
yeah,
So what it's taking out of the equation is the effort people have put in, and
yeah,
that's
that-
just bullshit.
yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
I like I said, I this is whole new. I never knew that stuff.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I'd be happy to teach you how to do all this stuff.
How to drift and all that stuff. You think you'd be
Yeah.
teaching a brick wall because I am fucking garbage, mate. Like
Hey, dude, I actually made a video for the new recruits in TFA, so I'd be happy to send it to you. Mm.
no, like don't get me wrong. I enjoy Star Wars Squadrons, and
Yeah,
and I
it's fun.
love flying it. My only wish is that whenever, like, I think, like, I don't mind spending 2 hours in a dogfight. I just wish I could throw in a fleet battle every once in a while. And
Yeah, it's not going to happen these days, unfortunately.
all
The
right.
game is just not as lively as it. Like the competitional community is the only thing really keeping it alive at the moment.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No,
and they love the game still. I mean, this is the whole thing. But I am a little bit perturbed that they're kind of gone so far away from the vanilla game. It's because they've got a lot of when you got custom match mode, you can throw so many modifiers into it, and we've just got a lot of modifiers in competitional mode right now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
I think
yeah.
I think the biggest it like oh man, Dice should have done more with squadrons. Or not Dice. EA should have done more with squadrons.
Mm.
Uh, because I think squadrons could have been. Uh, I mean, yes, it's a niche game, and I'm not ignorant to that fact that
No.
it is a niche game. But I
Yeah.
think I think with the proper support and development, it could have been even better. And to the point where it's
You,
like,
you, you know what's funny? A lot of the, if you look historically at a lot of the games that have survived through the ages, a lot of them were niche games.
oh yeah,
Like the themes and the categories and stuff like things like System Shock, things like Deus Ex.
yeah,
They were niche games back in the day, and now look at them. They're some of the best and widely considered um, founders of awesome content and immersive simulation stuff
yeah, yeah.
to this day. Like, it's just. I, I wish it got a lot more attention than it did, but look, it is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So because I think the one thing with today's technology, I think it would
Mm.
have been cool to fly some of the historic battles, like
Oh yeah.
the Battle of Endor, and be like, you have one objective: take out the Superstar Destroyer. You got to fly to it. First you got to fight to it. Then you
Yeah.
gotta then you gotta take it out. Uh, and you can do that however many ways. You and your mates can do that. You and your 5-man team can do it however way you want. You want to be a wing
Yeah.
and protect your capital ships as they come in. You want to be a bomber and take out star destroyers left, right, and center. You want to be a superiority fighter and just have fun. Like that could have been
Yeah, and the funny thing
amazing.
was, like in previous games, they'd actually done that. Like with,
Yeah,
like Rogue Squadron 2 or 3 or whatever it was, they had that scenario built into it, and you could fly after you'd done your initial run in the A-wing or whatever it was that
Yeah, yeah,
collided with it. You could actually do any scenario you wanted. It was awesome. So,
yeah. And
um,
like so, I think. Well, I mean, X-wing Alliance. That was like when I first
mhm.
booted that up in 99, and it was like, or sorry, 97, and it was like, oh, the Battle of Endor was a 3-part battle or 4-part battle series with the Death Star, the internal Death Star run. Um, like it was mental. It was so
Yeah.
mental what you could, the amount of programming they did to make that battle feel realistic, and it did. It did.
Yeah. And what was like you look at some of the effort they've put into the games in terms of trying to make things feel epic. I like even turn-based games like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
made they made the final battle with Darth Malak feel epic, even though it was a turn-based simulator,
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
I mean, wow, that really shocked the hell out of me. Like, I mean, turn-based simulators don't even hold a candle to anything these days, but it's like that particular one was just like, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
uh, these days it would be sort of more like your, I guess, between a cross between that, um, your Fallen Order type of um, lightsaber battle, and probably what's the other one? Jedi Academy, something like that. That that
yeah.
that would be the ultimate, lightsaber battle, if you will, for a final. And I would honestly would not want a battle in that sense if you're going to go for the ultimate achievement. To go, right, I'm just going to beat this on a sense of button combinations that I need to do in order to beat it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not what you want. It's not for a final boss battle like that.
All right, first guardsman officially done. I'm gonna pull up the actual Commissar's camera because this one's not wanting to cooperate with me. Ah, there he is.
Huzzah.
Of course, the lighting is absolute borked, but let's try and nope. Okay,
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
he's a little.
Is that an Imperial Guardsman?
Yes, that is an Imperial Guardsman. Here,
Yes,
let me.
they look rather familiar.
Yeah.
I've been playing too much 40k Dark Tide with you.
Yeah. So he is. Let me just try and get the camera to cooperate with me.
You've had a new haircut, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I was my boss was like, "You're out of regs. Fucking fix yourself."
Get a haircut. Unreal job.
Yeah. So there he is. He's. Oh, don't do that. Come on, focus. Ooh. Gazkul Uruk Thraka has followed. I don't know how to feel about that, seeing as Gazkul Uruk Thraka is the orc war boss of the entire WoW. Hello, Yumis. But yeah, that's our first guardsman done in the security forces colors.
Nice.
So
there he is. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, no, that looks good. And that is a laser rifle he's holding.
Yeah, that is a lost gun.
Yeah, gotcha.
This is the Cantrell pattern lost gun.
No, that is definitely one of my favorite weapons to take in
Dark Tide. Yeah, I love Dark Tide. I love Dark Tide.
We got to do that again sometime.
We do. They have a new map.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Is there less demon hosts on this one, please? Please tell me there's less demon hosts.
No. So the map that we fought with Dark Tide, we did run into a demon host. So
we run into a demon host like every second map or something.
We really do have bad luck with demon hosts. It's just
like, I see you. Oh, no, you don't. I'm out of here. No. You didn't see me. I'm not here. I'm not here for the party, guys.
I mean, bad touch.
Yeah. Who said that? No, shut up. Get moving. Shut up. We don't want to hear that.
Demons are fun to fight. Yeah, well, you need a hey guys, you need to go square out good old Angron and get him for killing Yarick.
Yeah.
You need to fix him real quick.
That's it. And then it's like when you get back to base, it's kind of like, right, you're cleaning out your rifle for the next week. You're the one that set the damn thing off.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, this one, it looks even better.
I remember the first time we fought a demon host, we absolutely got lauded. It was on the bridge.
God, we got thrashed.
Oh man.
Oh my lord, rough. That was an unfortunate event because it was.
The second time we did it, we actually won because we came around the corner. I remember it very distinctly because I came around the corner in the valley. It was the one with the valley where we had to recover the something to do with uploading some data.
Yeah.
And then I went around the corner and you're like, watch out, demon host. And I'm like, shit, I'm already on top of it. And then everyone just collapsed in and took it out. And it was like, I think it took about 2 of us, but we managed to revive it. And yeah, we got there. So yeah, we've had both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, we really have had both ends on the spectrum with the demon hosts. And then of course, like when you hear the buzz, 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 you're just like, oh, fuck, God damn it.
Where the fuck is that? Yeah, that's it. uh, all right, dude. I'm gonna go get some sleep if you don't mind, because it is 11 p.m. where I'm at.
It
And I've had a
is
very long
It
day.
is midnight plus here, so.
Yeah, but I've been up pretty early. So.
No, 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 no. I'm just, I'm,
No. It's all good.
I'm letting
We all
you.
have our own schedules to keep and rah rah rah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, just let me know. Probably next week. What's it called? Um,
Week.
Next week I'm probably back to the flight schedule. So, which means
Oh, okay.
my filming is going to be every other weekend.
Okay.
With like intermittent filming in between the week. And then of course, the days that I'm actually off, the missus wants to go to, well, all the girls want to go to a Sendai baseball game. So what I might do
Mm.
as like a kind of like a weird like travel log stream is I might stream part of the baseball game with my
Well,
phone.
just let me know what you're up to, dude, and we'll work something out.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all good.
yeah. But yeah, I will. I'll talk to you later, man.
Good catching up.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right, take care. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. I am sorry. I appreciate you joining the stream. Um. Yeah. Okay. So here's that guardsman, and then we're just gonna rotate that back. Obviously you like orcs, and you're probably a Goth player. You probably play as the Goth clan. When did you get into 40K? Because I actually do want to know the person behind the account. Try and get this. Are you gonna try and there we go. And then let's just switch over to the Commissar camera real quick, and you can see. There we go. If you're still there. If not, that's okay. Totally get it. Alright, that's the first stormtrooper down. First two stormtroopers down, actually. And I managed to get their right skin tones on the actual bodies, so that's a plus two. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, you. So you, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's. I'm going to get some water real quick, and then we'll go back to painting. By the way, Gaz, if you're still watching this is a charity live stream. So if you could get your wah over here and actually, get them to like, comment, subscribe, and help join the channel, that'd be great too. Who knows? I might even need a squig live on Twitch just to prove a point that I'm orky enough for you. Alright, and we are back. I'm gonna finish painting these heads and putting them on bodies, and hopefully we can get these guys done. It's gonna take a bit, but at this point, I'm committed. We're gonna do his whoop. We're gonna use God damn it.
see us in the bay. Oh my, I heard the always cry. Oh me, oh my. Last Monday morning, the day they call it flying. Alright, I'm back.
Oh my lord. I did the eyeballs. These are by far the best eyeballs I've ever done. I need to take a picture of this. Oh, fuck me. Really? Alright. And we're done. At least with that set of skin tone. Still got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to repaint him because the arms fell apart. So, but we're doing 1. His gun doesn't fall off again. We do that. But yeah. Let me do 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we're making progress. Making progress. Alright, but yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I went a little longer than needed and whatnot, but we definitely, I definitely feel pretty damn good about this, those heads and eyeballs that I made. Definitely my best to date. So, but we've got 1, 2, 3 left. We'll probably do those, and then yeah, we'll do those, and then the rest we'll do. The rest we'll probably do. Well, the rest will be these guys. But yeah, anyway, we'll end it right here. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. We're making progress now that we got heads on guardsmen, and yeah, we'll continue on with the work. But anyway, my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.